SIP certification. This video will go over the basic starting of your filling out of the 2015 SIP certification form, along with some nitrogen background information. To begin with, let's go to the actual vineyard name application. Start out on this page. This is the SIP certification homepage. You want to hit the certification to begin your filling out of. From here, you have the vineyard name that you've had since the start of your SIP certification. In this example, we've started it in 2013 and currently have the 2015 information to put in. To begin with, you want to hit the vineyard name, and up comes your table of contents with the 11 chapters you will need to have filled out. And this chapter 11 is where we're going to do some further videos to help fill out some of the year-end water calculations along with the nitrogen use reports. To begin with, nitrogen is a gas that makes up about 78% of our atmosphere. There are several sources for nitrogen, one being denitrifying bacterium that actually take mineralized nitrogen and makes it into a gas, and in the form of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is something that we want to is a greenhouse gas that we try to minimize if possible. A second portion, an input, would be animal waste. It'd be organic matter, manures and things like that we would apply. And then third would be plant material coming from nitrogen from plants, decomposition of plants. Cover crops would be a good example of how we use this in the vineyards. And then finally, there are fertilizers that we apply. The amounts depend upon, of course, our visual inspections throughout the year, along with backup information from soils and tissue analysis. Another form of nitrogen we can get is through the fixation of nitrogen by bacterium that grow on certain plants, and these plants would be legumes. Legumes have an ability to take in nitrogen, and with the help of these bacteria, actually fix nitrogen on the root systems. This nitrogen will actually break down when the plants are decomposing and give another source of nitrogen to it. An important fact of nitrogen is that it's not readily available to the plant. There must be several stages or several forms that need to be in before it can actually be used by a plant. Nitrogen itself will need to be broken down by a series of bacterial decomposers that will first break it into the first stage of nitrogen, which would be ammonia, and then it will go on some additional decomposing steps and become nitrites. That's I want to point out it's ITES, nitrites. And then finally, after an additional stage of decomposition, it will get to the usable form of nitrogen, which is nitrates. The addition of nitrogen to the soil environment is a careful one. Too much nitrogen can actually leach into the water based on the water supply below the root system and be wasted, one, with by our vines, or two, actually get involved in our drinking water, which is not a very healthy thing. Another possible avenue for off-site potential over-fertilization would basically having a recent application of fertilizer or nitrogen applied, followed by a heavy rainstorm, which would potentially move the excess nitrogen fertilizer off of your field and into a nearby stream, both of which are not a very good thing. Hold on for some additional videos.